The engines on the island of SODOR were trying to ignore a certain devious Diesel's presence. However, the engines wanted to get any work done, they would have to come to terms with Diesel. "My goodness, Diesel," said James. "Have fun cleaning all of this up." The two engines looked around at scattered trucks and vans that were about Tidmouth Harbor. "Nonsense, James," said Diesel. "And after all, Sir Topham Hatt assigned both of us to clean up the harbor. And look behind you. You can't even get out. There are trucks everywhere." "Besides," said Diesel, "Henry will be by to collect his goods train any minute, so we must get these yards cleaned up and these trucks organized for his train." "Let's just put aside our differences for one day," said Diesel. "Ugh, fine," said James. And the two engines set to work. James shunted the first half together, however he was very rough with the troublesome trucks. Oh, said the troublesome trucks. "Be careful, be careful." We'll pay you out, said one of the other trucks. Diesel shunted the other half of the train together. Turned around on the turntable, and sidled up along James. And soon enough, Henry arrived to collect his train. Backed up into the train, and he soon left the harbor. "Finally," said James, "I can go back to pulling some nice coaches and not dealing with smelly diesels or trucks." "Be careful, James," said Diesel. "Before you go, it looks like you're running low on coal. You might need to get some." "Oh, shut up, Diesel," said James. "I'm not taking advice from a dirty diesel like you," he said, and he puffed away. Meanwhile, Henry was puffing up Gordon's Hill with his goods train. However, the trucks were chatting. "We couldn't pay James out, so we'll pay out Henry instead. One engine is as good as another." "Whoa," said Henry. "Stop, you truck, stop. I don't have time for your games." Meanwhile, James was puffing along the main line to go collect some coaches from Naffer's yard. However, right on the crossing, he broke down. "What's wrong, driver?" he asked. "It appears as though you've run out of coal," said his driver. "You should have listened to Diesel." "Oh no, how could this get any worse?" said James. Meanwhile, Henry was being rocketed down Gordon's Hill. Soon Henry realized where he was going. "Oh no," said Henry, "I'm going to crash into James." Diesel saw what was happening. He rushed over to James, and with all of his might, started pushing James across the crossing. Just in time. Before anyone could say anything, Diesel abruptly uncoupled from James and ran away. I wonder what that was all about. However, Henry was still rocketing up the track. Meanwhile, Gordon was waiting for passengers to load on at Burnham Harbor. However, Henry soon raced through. Henry, don't worry. I'm coming to help, said Gordon. He uncoupled from his express coaches and raced away. He soon was able to catch up and coupled on to Toad. And he applied his brakes. Henry noticed this. Whoa, Gordon, what are you doing? You could hurt yourself, said Henry. That doesn't matter, said Gordon. But Gordon, why? Because Henry, But before Gordon could finish his sentence, Diesel buffered onto Henry in front and applied his brakes as well. And the cavalcade came to a stop. Diesel, said Gordon, thank you so much. Don't mention it, said Diesel. He coupled up, he uncoupled, and went away. Well, that was strange, said Gordon. Come on, let's go back to the sheds. But Gordon, you were saying something? I must go back to my express. I will see you later, Henry. And in a cloud of steam, Gordon raced away. How classic Gordon. Hating to admit his feelings, said Henry. And he puffed away. Later that evening, all the engines were chatting at Tim's sheds about the day's events. Well, said Toby, Diesel is currently working late at the quarry, so we have about an hour to discuss these matters. Wow, said Thomas, I wouldn't expect someone like, well, Diesel to do all those amazing things. James, he saved your life. And Henry, he helped save yours. Well, either way, I probably still wouldn't be here without Gordon. Yes, don't mention it, Henry, said Gordon. I would do anything for you. What was that, Gordon? Asked Henry. Henry, you know that Andy broke up with me, right? Oh boy, here we go again, said Edward. Do you two mind taking this, well, maybe, outside of the sheds? I don't think any of us would like to eavesdrop on your conversations. Oh, come on, this was just getting good, said Percy. No, it's really all right, Edward, said Henry. I don't mind. Huh, said Gordon. Well, Henry, I was wondering if you would like to maybe, Say no more, Gordon, said Henry. I'll be by your side no matter what. Well, it's about time you two got together, said Thomas. Anyway, said Edward. Well, why do you guys think that Diesel did all those things today? That's why we're here in the first place. Well, said Gordon, while I won't go into big detail about what had happened on the mainland between me, him, and Flying Scotsman, let's just say that we all have choices in life. We should take those choices with the biggest chance that we got. Because in reality, they're the only things that we got. peculiar.